Hi, I'm Ashton Ritchie with the Scotts Company. I'm on my friend Pam and Charlie's lawn, and boy, does this lawn look great. You can tell it's nice and happy. You can bounce on it. You can feel it. It's nice and soft. It's crowded out weeds. It's just nice and rich and just looks great. When folks ask me how can they get a lawn like this, I tell them you need to feed your lawn regularly. Because when you feed your lawn regularly, your lawn is going to have more roots. And when you have more roots, it's going to find and keep water. And the lawn's going to have less disease problem, you're going to have less weeds, so the lawn is just going to be happy. The key thing is feeding it when it's actively growing. So no matter where you live, if you live in the cooler part of the country and you have bluegrass, ryegrass, and fescue, you feed it in early spring, again in late spring. It doesn't need so much in the summer when it's not growing, but it needs it again in early fall, and you feed it again in late fall. If you live in the warmer part of the country where we grow St. Augustine, zoysia, Bermuda, also Bahia grass, you start feeding when the grass is growing in early spring, and then you keep on going at 6-week intervals throughout the summer into early fall. So no matter where you live, it's a matter of just selecting a good lawn food, or you can do 2 jobs at once by getting a lawn food that will also take care of your weeds or insects or other problems. The key thing is to show you how easy it is and how fast it is to feed your lawn using a spreader. So we're going to feed Pam and Charlie's lawn while they're not here, and we'll show you how easy it is so you can do it yourself. I've got my spreader. Let's get started. I'm only going to feed the lawn. I don't need to put anything else down. It has no weeds. It just needs to be fed. So I'm going to use a good lawn food here. And I always like to look at the directions. Even though I have done this a ton of times, I always like to check, do I water before? Do I water after? I'll look for any other little tips. I'll check out what my spreader setting is. In this case, I need to dial in a 3.5. So I'll put that into the spreader. What I love about this spreader is it has the edge guard feature, which means I can engage this shield, which allows me to feed the lawn more toward the left. I put a straight line down next to the driveway, next to the neighbor's yard, next to the sidewalk, without wasting any lawn food by throwing it where I don't want. Once I've done the whole outer perimeter of the lawn, I disengage the shield, so now I'm ready to go back and forth, feeding the lawn 5 foot wide at a time. I like to fill the spreader on the driveway, just in case I spill any granules. I don't think I will, but in case I do, I can sweep them up, put them back in the hopper, and I'm ready to go. Okay, so let's get started here. We're gonna cut the bag. Fill the spreader. I don't need to fill it because the lawn's not large. We're gonna put some in here. All right, that looks like about enough. Now, ready to get started. So now I'm putting a straight line next to the driveway, next to the flower beds, throwing lawn food towards the center. You walk at a normal pace. Now I've done the whole outer perimeter of the lawn. Just disengage the edge guard. I start walking before I turn the spreader on, because I've already fed the edges, remember? And I turn it off before I get to the end, when I get to the area that I've already fed. Now I line up about 5 feet apart, and I'm good to go. Boy, this grass is loving it. It's love that turf builder. Wasn't that simple? That's all there is to it. So all I need to do now is pour the remaining lawn food back in the bag. I like to tape it shut. That way I can use it again in 6 weeks when the lawn needs feeding again. And I take my spreader over on the lawn, rinse it out. I love to rinse it out on the lawn rather than driveway. I don't want to have any of the wash going down into the storm drain. So there you go. You can have a lawn just like this if you just feed it regularly.